Everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new, welcome. I am Sandy, and I have a super fun video for y'all today. So I am participating in Paper Terrace, her collaboration called Base Pages, and you can see all the different collaborators here, and basically it's to help us and you come up with some ideas for your journal. So if you want to have an inspiration journal or an idea journal and put all of these different 15 ideas in that journal, or if it's just something you want to watch and maybe you can come back and make them later. But I'm really excited to be participating. So it started on July 15th, and hopefully you've been watching all the videos up until today when my video came out. But we have some great designers here. I'm super excited to be participating, and Jessica's done a great job of putting this together, and she wanted to keep it simple. That's why she called it Base Pages. And what she did is she came up with these prompt lists, and then she asked us to pick from the prompt list, and mine is here. You can see on the 22nd of July I chose window, and so I'm going to show you a few different ideas for incorporating some windows or frames into your junk journal pages. So let's get started. The first idea I want to show you, again, just a super simple idea. You can use this on the cover of a signature if you want to, or just as a page in your signature. So I've pulled out this really pretty paper pad. This is from Joann's. You can also order these online, but it's the DCWV brand, and it's the Perfectly Splendid paper pack. And I also am using these cut aparts that are in this paper pack, and so I cut out this one right here called Our Memories, and I thought it looked really pretty with this paper, and I've trimmed this paper down to a signature size. So it's 8 3/4 heights by 6 inches, and that's usually what my signature or what my journal sizes are. Well, my journals are usually a little bit bigger than that. And then I also have a coffee dyed doily here, and I have this frame. You can get these frames at Hobby Lobby. So I tried to think about things that most of us would usually have already in our stash, or things that are easy and fairly inexpensive to obtain. And the doily, I did just coffee dye it, super easy to do. And what I thought it would be pretty is to put this frame and bird on top of this doily. So I am going to peel the back of this off. Now if you wanted it to keep a window effect, you could add some acetate or just some other clear plastic on here, but I am going to peel this off. So this is going to be more of an open look, and then I want to center this up, and this is sticky on this side, so I'm going to just try. My head is probably going to get in the way, so I apologize. But I just wanted to center that up the best I could. Perfect. And then you can add a little bit of glue if you want to. And then I am going to then put this down and center it on this doily. Just like that. And then we'll glue this doily down to the page. And if you wanted to add some more lace or some cheesecloth, so you can add additional layers, but I'm trying to keep these a little bit simple. And I'm just going to grab my Fabri-Tac glue here, and I'm going to glue the center, and I'm going to leave the edges loose because I think that's fun. They can curl up a little bit. And I'm going to center it. You could put it up near the top if you want to, but I like it right there in the center. So we have a nice little window frame, if you will, And that, just look how pretty. You can curl these edges up if you want. I think that's just gorgeous. So very simple, nice base page. You have a beautiful piece of decorative paper, and now you have a really great focal point on there. So another idea, very simple base pages with a window theme is, again, these are paper frames, and I got these at Hobby Lobby. They have these ephemera packs. I've done some haul videos on them, but what I thought would be fun is to cut out this piece, and then I'm going to have this die cut glued in on the inside, and then that way you'll be able to have a little peekaboo and you can see what's in there. So I traced around the inside of this frame with my pencil, you can see there, and then I went around it again a little bit bigger because I want this cutout, I want it to be, the hole to be a little bit bigger than the inside of this frame. And I have this mat, I just got this at the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to use, you can use an X-Acto knife, you can use your scissors, you can kind of poke a hole in the middle, and then you could then cut along with your scissors, and maybe I'll show you that real quick. So I'm going to poke a little hole here in the middle. The lines don't have to be perfect because they'll be covered up, and then you just cut on the diagonal up to each point. But if you're not comfortable doing this, then you can use a ruler and an X-Acto knife and cut along the ruler edge, but whatever you're most comfortable with. So I'm stopping just short of the pencil line, and then I'm going to just cut along, and this works pretty well. And if you're worried about how it's going to look on the inside, you can put some lace around the inside. There's lots of different ways that you can camouflage the back if you're not happy with it. Put some washi tape, whatever you think. And you could save these. You could maybe use those with a cluster. So now we have our hole, and so the frame fits. Yeah, there, that fits. Yeah, I think that's big enough. Let's see. Let me move this out of the way. I think I need to cut just a little bit more here at the top. So I hope y'all are having a good day. We're filming these ahead of time, so I haven't seen everybody else's videos at the time of me making this video, but I definitely plan on watching everybody's video. Yeah, that looks perfect there. Okay, so so you have your little window cut out, and I'm just going to use this cut apart that came in the this paper pad. I love using up paper pads, especially when working on ephemera or looking for ways to decorate up pages and stuff. So that'll glue down right there. So I am going to put some glue on the back of this frame, and maybe I'll put a little bit of ink on it. But I hope these ideas I'm sharing with you today kind of sparked some ideas and inspiration for you. And leave a comment down below if you are new to junk journaling. It's always nice to meet the newbies, because we were once newbies in this junk journaling world. I remember when I first started seeing videos on YouTube, show up in my feed. I was like, what is this? And I think the thing that really excited me was that I really love the idea of making my own books, you know, making my own journals. Because I was a scrapbooker back in the day, and I just was really sucked in. And plus I had a whole bunch of scrapbook paper from my scrapbooking days, so I had a lot of ready supplies. But being able to make my own journal cover or book cover, that just sounded really cool to me. And that's kind of how I first got introduced to it. And I love the idea of using old and new things. So I thought that was fun too. So I'm going to put this down. But it's really easy to make yourself a little window on your journal page. And then we'll have this poke it through right here. Like that. Now, if you wanted to, it's a couple different options. You could glue this over on this side. So that's an option. And that way, you know, it's like that. But I like the idea of opening it up and having it over here. So I just like that idea. And then I think I'll find maybe some lace or rickrack, something to put around this side to kind of cover that up. And I wanted to make sure I center this up properly. That looks pretty good. So let me put some glue on the back of this. And yeah, no, I was going to round the corners, but no, I'm not going to round the corners. I don't think that's necessary. And if you're a regular subscriber, let me know if you are participating in this collaboration. Like if you're not, you know, making some of the makes. So I'm going to put this here so I can center it up. And sorry if my head got in the way. Perfect. Look how cute that is. And then you could keep doing some additional decorating on this page if you wanted to. But I just kind of wanted to get the first idea out there of how to cut the window and just using these frames. And these go on sale, the Paper Studio stuff, 40% off. So wait till these ephemera packs go on sale. But I love that, so cute. And then let me find some trim, and I'll put some trim around here and show that to you. I found this really pretty yellow trim in my stash, and I have put it around 3 of the edges there. Y'all can see that okay. And so I'm going to put the last piece along this edge here. There we go. I suppose you could have had the this trim with the pointy ends hanging over, and they would show through the frame, but I didn't want to have that. I wanted the clean look on the front. Put a little bit of glue right there. So then that's all nice and cleaned up. And then we have our window into the story of today. For this window idea, I am taking these photo pockets. They're adhesive photo pockets, and I'm going to use them to make a little shaker box. And it's almost like a little window, if you will, that you can have on the cover of a page or inside. I thought this green would complement the flower in the background, and so I've peeled off this window pocket, and then I've put it onto this cardstock right here, and this again is all from the paper pad. And I went and I've pulled out some, I'm going to make a little shaker. I thought that might be fun to have a little shaker page. And I have these, I believe, are all from the Dollar Tree. So I'm going to try to not make a too big of a mess. But these are little tiny stars. So I'm going to see if I can get some into the shaker without making too much of a mess. There we go. There. Okay. So I got some of those in there. And I made a mess, but that's okay. And then I think I'll put some of these yellow ones in here. And they'll show up. Just a little pop of color. I'm folding down the sticky part of that. Fold that back. See if I can do a little bit better with this one. And then there we go. Perfect. Okay. That one went a little bit better. So we have these. I like it. And then I have these are, I don't know what they're called, but they're gorgeous. They're these really pretty kind of gems, if you will. And I thought those would be pretty in here. They're a little bit thicker, but not too much. I think they'll still work. Yeah, so we'll put a few more of those in there. Nice. Yeah, I like that. Oops, I'm shaking stuff out. Darn it. Get those back in there. All right, I think maybe I'll add just a few more. And then the last thing I'm going to add are these, they're little flower pieces. And I picked up these at Hobby Lobby. And I got them on sale. So these are kind of a peachy, I feel like they go with the flowers in the background. So I'm going to add those in there. Like that. And then maybe I'll add, let's see. I think some of these over here, they're like a cream color. We'll add some of those. There we go. I think that'll be a cute little shaker. And oftentimes Hobby Lobby will have their brand, the jewelry shop, 50% off. So I would wait and get those on sale. This was over by the kind of the resin jewelry. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just sew along the top up here with a real skinny stitch, and then we'll have our shaker. You could also put some words down in there, or you could have a phrase in the background, but I just went with a plain background so that the things in the shaker would stand out. Okay, I sewed across the opening of that adhesive photo, and I'm going to just trim a little bit of these threads off. You can trim them all the way off or however you want. And look, we have a shaker now. I think that's so cool. And these adhesive pockets, I meant to mention, are I get them at Target when they have all the school supply stuff out, but you can also get them on Amazon, and I can provide a link if you need one. And I am going to round the corners on these. I'm using this crocodile punch or corner rounder. There we go. And I think I'll ink around the corners or ink around the edges. And I'm also going to make this a pocket. So this is it. I'm going to put this down here, and then that way we can put a tag back there. And so then when it's glued on the page, you have a fun little interactive element. But there's all different ways you could make that a flip out. You could, all sorts of ways you could do it. But so just be on the lookout for little tiny things at Dollar Tree, or check the clearance at Michael's and Joann's and Hobby Lobby. So to make it a pocket, I just glued around the two sides and the bottom, and I'm going to put it down here so that I can add a tag, and I think that'll be really nice. Just push that down really well. That turned out so cute, you all. I really like that. And with these photo pockets, all you gotta do is sew across the top because all the other sides are sealed. The next idea I'm gonna work on are using some envelopes or some packaging. So I just kind of wanted to get you thinking, especially if you're new, is don't throw away your packaging that some of your items come in. So this is something that I don't even remember what it came in it, but I love that it had this window already here. So this is really easy. You could cut the sides off of this, or actually cut just down this side and then square it off, and you could have a little flap back here. So then you could glue this down onto a page and have it flip out, and then you could decorate up the window. Or you can leave it intact like this, and then you can just glue something into the back and you have an instant little window. And then here's another one, packaging and already made, and you could just put a little bit of lace down here if you want to cover up the packaging information right there. And then here's another fun bag that I had some, I think it was some fibers came in, but it has this window here. So don't throw away your packaging, especially when they have the windows already in them. So you could do fun stuff with that. And then also on your envelopes, don't throw away all your envelopes because they have built-in windows as well. And that's going to be the next project I'm going to work with you guys, is decorating up an envelope. But real quick, I wanted to show you another fun thing with these envelopes is the insides of them, they're all different patterns. I don't know if you noticed that. And so a fun thing to do, dear Julie showed me this, you can turn your envelope inside out, and then you have this really cool pattern, and you can continue to decorate it up some more. But how pretty are these patterns that you can decorate? Here's a blue one, here's a darker blue one, and I just carefully took it apart and then folded it inside out. And so I love that idea that Julie shared with us a while back. So definitely save your envelopes, especially the ones that have the windows built in already. All right, so let's get going. I think I'll use this envelope here, I think, or maybe this one. And I'm gonna set these aside for another day. With this envelope, I am going to trim it down and turn it into almost like a coin envelope, if you will. So there's no real measuring. This envelope is about 9, almost 9.5. So I might do, I think I'll do about 5 3/4, I think. And you can save this as well, because you can use this for another pocket or tag, so don't throw that away. And what I'll want to do is close up this side seam, because I'm going to have this be a policy envelope up at the top. And so let me grab some, I think I'll use some washi tape along the edge, and then I have some of this these scraps of paper over here. And so I think I'll do a little collage on this envelope with these cuts that I've made. I have this wide washi tape in my stash, and I'm wanting to collage the front and the back. If you're gonna glue this down onto a journal page, then you don't need to decorate the back. But if you're just going to put it in a pocket, then you'll want to decorate the back. You could also use some inks and some spray inks and decorate the envelope up that way as well. But since I have these paper scraps here, I'll go with that. And I do have some other videos where I have decorated these up using inks and ink sprays. And that piece was torn, so I didn't want to use that. And so you can also glue this. I might run a little bit of glue, but wanting to keep the pocket as wide as possible. So that's why I'm going to use the washi tape as well. And then I'll glue this little flap down here also. If you have an envelope that you haven't used yet, then you won't have this issue with this side being open. All right, I'm going to put this down about halfway, because then I want the other half to fold onto the back. Well, it helps if I don't let go of it first, right? And I'm just eyeballing it. Most of this will be covered up. Put that down. There we go. And I'm going to trim the ends off before I fold it over. Oops. Oops. I think that's what's one of the fun things about junk journaling or making journals, is trying to reuse, repurpose things along with the new things that you might buy, because then I think that makes for a unique item. So we have this pocket here, and I am going to just do a little bit of collaging, and I'll speed up the camera here. And I want to leave the window open so that if there's a tag, then we can just see it through the window. Hope that makes sense. This might look pretty here. So I will speed this part up. And using the cardstock also strengthens the envelope up a little bit, makes it a little bit sturdier. Now for this one, I cut it a smidge too short, so I just took my ink blending brush and kind of ink that up down there. And I could come back with a little piece of lace also, and kind of cover that up. Yeah, I might do that since I cut it just a little bit short. Now, if you wanted to ink all these up before you glued them on, that's definitely something you could do. I am going to ink around the outer edges though. But look how quickly that comes together. You have a nice window envelope you could turn this into a tag. I mean, you really could use it for all kinds of different things. I am going to add a little bit of this lace right here, I think, just to add a decorative element. One of the things I think it's nice about working with a paper pad, especially if you're new, is usually the paper pad, all the colors are kind of coordinated together. So you can't go wrong with your choices for the most part. And then the other thing I'd want to do would be to add a label. So let me see if I can find a label or something to put on there. And then to make it a policy envelope, so you could just do a little notch punch with your half circle. So you just slide, you have to just slide the top half of your envelope up in here, and you'll do a little notch, and that way people can see that it's a pocket. But then to make it a coin envelope or a policy envelope, you just want to cut right on the edge right there, and just go maybe, what is that, a ½ inch maybe, if that. And the same on this side. And I glued that down. I shouldn't have glued that down since I'm wanting to make this a policy envelope. But we'll get it to work here. It's okay if you make mistakes. You just kind of figure out a workaround for your mistake. And then what you want to do is then cut this straight across. And I can't cut very well, a straight line that is, so I'll do the best I can. I'll try to eyeball it. Oops, don't want to tear my envelope. I'll be cutting that corner off, so that should be okay. And then you just kind of cut these at a little angle right here and right here, and I'll put a little glue down to fix up that little mistake. And you can cover this up if you want as well, or you can leave it blank. I could maybe put some washi tape across there. So a couple different options there. For now, I will leave it white. But there you have your little policy envelope, or coin envelope, and then this would flip over like this. So next, I would decorate the back of this, and I will do that off camera, and I'll come back, and then I'll have a little tag to slide down in here and show you the final look. I have finished decorating the back. I did a collage, simple collage on the back, and I added this little flower tag label on the front, and then I just made a tag with this same paper pad, and it just slides right in there. So you can glue this into your journal, you can put it in a pocket. That's what I would most likely do, would be I would kind of make a pocket here on this page, and then I would tuck it down in the pocket. But you could also glue it in here. You could also hinge it, so you could just take another piece of washi tape and put half of it along here and then the other half on the page, and then you'd have a hinge like that. So lots of fun ways to use your envelopes and make really cool things with them. So definitely save your envelopes. You'd make all sorts of different kinds of embellishments and tags and pockets and things with your envelopes. So I think that turned out really pretty. Yeah, I think I will make, you know what I think I'll do is I think I'll do a little corner tuck, and then I'll tuck it into the corner tuck, and then I can take it out. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I am going to stop the video here. I could just keep going, but I'm sure it's probably way too long. And let's recap what I made with you guys today. So here is our first one. This is my interpretation of the word window to give y'all some inspiration. So here I just used a really simple frame I got at Hobby Lobby. This paper pad, all the elements I used were from a single paper pad. And then I just used a coffee dyed doily back behind here. And I think that just makes a really great focal point on this particular page to go into your journal. Then the next one I did was this one here. And so here it's just taking and cutting out a window in your journal page. And then again, a different kind of frame. This is just a paper one. And you could also do this on a journal cover. Those are fun to do. And you have a peekaboo in your journal cover. But then you open it up and you can see your image over here. And then I just put some ribbon lace around the outside of the window just to make it look a little bit more complete and nice. So I could come in and add pockets. So again, just giving you some base page ideas to then build upon and add some more decorations. And then the next one was this fun shaker window, and I used a adhesive photo pocket, and then I just sewed across the top of it, and I adhered it to some of the cardstock, and then I glued that down into a pocket. And then I have this fun tag that goes right down in there, and I could come back and sew around the edges of the tag. I could sew around the edges of this pocket if I want to. So a lot more decorating you can do. And then I just love having this little shaker right here. So when you open it, it makes noise. I don't know if you can hear that. So I think that's fun to have a little interactive element. And then I went ahead and added a corner tuck inside here. So then this envelope, coin envelope window can go right in there. And how cute is that? And so for this, we just took an envelope and I cut it down to about 5.5 inches, I think. And I did a collage all over the front and the back. And I cut off the front piece of this to then turn it into a little coin envelope. And then I made this tag right here to slide down in there, so you have a focal point poking through your window. Now you could also just add some stickers on here. You know, a fairy sticker would look really cute on here. Let me grab one of my fairy stickers and add that on there. I think that would be a lot of fun. So I added a butterfly on the outside of the window, and then I went ahead and added the fairy onto the tag, and then that way the fairy is poking out there in the little envelope. Alright guys, I hope this gives you all some inspiration. I hope you all had fun with my interpretation of the window base pages, and hope it gives you all some inspiration. Again, I want to thank Jessica for organizing this collaboration. It's a lot of work to organize these, and thanks for asking me to participate. It was a whole lot of fun. This really got my creative juices flowing, and like I said, I filmed this ahead of time, so it's going to be fun to watch everyone else's videos and get some more inspiration from everyone else's. Alright, I will see you all in the next video. Please remember to hit the like button and leave a comment down below. Tell me which one's your favorite of these four. The little bird, the story of today, the flower fairies, or the shaker window. Let me know which one's your favorite. And if you're new, I would love it if you would subscribe. Alright guys, I'll see you all on the next video. Bye.